Well, Adam, you and I have worked together for a few years now in missions, but recently a manuscript came across my desk about family, and I was asked to read it by my brother Jeff Johnson, and I looked at it. It was written by you, and I read through the whole thing. Sometimes you do something as a duty. Someone asks you to read through a book and recommend it. The moment I started reading the book, it got a hold of me. And so to begin with, uh, tell us the title of the book. Tell us why you wrote it.
Yeah, the book title is Home Reformation, a biblical and practical guide for the Christian home. The idea, I guess, of it really happened more than a decade ago, as I was a younger father and trying to think through what the Bible has said I have a responsibility to do as a husband, as a father in my home. And so I like to write, so I just started putting things on paper and eventually put that into blog format. And over the years, just wrote more and more and more about it, and thought, this might be helpful for other people to at least think through and consider these ideas of God's responsibility that He's given us, or the responsibility that we have that the Lord has given us as husbands and as parents and as spouses, what the Scripture says, and how do we put feet to that? And so that my heart was exactly what the title says, just to make it a biblical, what does the Scripture say, but practical. How do we put meat on the bones?
See, that's the thing that really got me was, I've read a lot on the family, the great Puritan works, and there are many good authors today. And but what got me was, okay, what should I do? How can I kind of set my day? How can I really move throughout the week with my family? What are my simple responsibilities as a man? And that's what really, I think, helped me the most. And I looked at that, and I read through the book, and then I kind of read through it again, and I was like, man, this takes this great corpus of information that we have in a lot of good books today, and it brought it down to where, okay, I can manage this. I can kind of set a pattern for my life. And so that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, that was the hope. I'm a very practical guy. I love theology. Yeah, went to seminary for whatever that's worth. Read books and all the rest of those things. But I'm pastoral at heart. I want to be able to take the truths and say, how do we now live according to this? Just in very practical ways. I'm not a deep academic. I just see the Scriptures. They seem to be plain and what they're supposed to do for us. Mm-hmm. But we also just have to say, well, what does that look like in my life? What does that look like in my day-to-day walk?
And when you know what it looks like, you can actually obey it. And then you can actually compare your life to that biblical standard and kind of measure how you're doing and seeing, oh, I got off here, I'm slack here, I'm negligent. That was the biggest help for me. Sometimes I talk to even pastors, and I'll go, right now, off the top of your head, could you just give me 10 biblical duties of a pastor? I mean, and just show me the text. Like if you were to mark your day by the tasks that the Lord has given us in Scripture, could you do that? And many who have a good overall theology as a pastor, it's really not directing their day. And it's the same way I find with myself often in my family. I can have this gigantic theology of family, but what should I look at every day that tells me, okay, I'm walking in that path marked out by Scripture? And that was the greatest benefit I got from your book. So now tell us again the title of the book.
Yep, Home Reformation, a biblical and practical guide to the Christian home.
Okay, and who publishes it?
Free Grace Press.
Okay. And where can it be, like if someone wanted to get a hold of that book, where would they go?
Yep, so it's on the Free Grace Press website. If you go there, I think it's actually right now, because of Reformation season, if you will, it's on sale right now if people are interested in going there now and buying it.
Well, I want to thank you for the work that you did, and I hope that there'll be something following that up that there'll be more works coming down the pike.
Well, if the Lord wills it and He gives me time, then I hope to.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.